Good morning. This is Mona again with U.S. Veterans Magazine. I'm so proud to be here with David Johnson, and he is a franchise owner of Travel Yeti Dream Vacations. And Dream Vacations is a top veteran-friendly employer for 2025. And we're so thrilled to interview you and to really get your take on what you're doing, how you did it, and where you came from. So we want to ask you a few questions. So first of all, welcome.
It's a privilege and an honor to be here.
Excellent. So our first question is, what led you to join Dream Vacations as an Air Force veteran? And how did your military background influence that decision?
That is a great question. And really what it is, as an Air Force veteran, my career has always been guided by service, structure, the desire to make a real difference in people's lives. And after retiring from my post-military career, I wanted a new challenge, something that allowed me to leverage the skills, discipline, and adaptability I gained during my service, but also gave me the chance to help others create lifelong memories. What led me to Dream Vacations was the company's reputation for supporting veterans, and not just as customers, but as entrepreneurs and as leaders. I saw in Dream Vacations a mission-driven organization that values integrity, teamwork, commitment, much like the Air Force. They offer real tools and support for veterans to transition successfully into business ownership. And that spoke directly to my experience. I wanted to be part of a community where my background was understood and valued, and where I could continue to serve, this time by helping others explore the world, which is one of my great passions. In many ways, my military background made the decision really easy. The structure, strategic planning, and customer first mindset that I learned in the Air Force, translated perfectly to running a successful travel business. But even more than that, I saw Dream Vacations as an opportunity to empower other veterans to dream big, just as I was encouraged to do. And that sense of purpose, belonging, and the chance to lead by example is what truly inspired me to join Dream Vacations.
Excellent. I noticed that this isn't just for veterans. It's also for active duty service members and or military spouses that are exploring, new career paths. Could you tell me, what makes Dream Vacations a standout franchise opportunity? Because there's different franchises available, but tell me about Dream Vacations and what's their standout.
Well, for veterans, active duty service members, and military spouses, Dream Vacations truly stands out as a franchise opportunity because it's designed with our community in mind from day one. The company doesn't just talk about being veteran friendly, it delivers with a support system that understands the unique strengths and challenges of military life. First, Dream Vacations offers one of the most generous veteran incentives in the industry. The startup costs are reduced for veterans, and there's a deep well of training, mentorship, and resources to make sure new franchises don't just get started, they succeed and thrive. And that support doesn't end after onboarding. It's an ongoing relationship that feels a lot like the camaraderie we experienced in the military. Second, the flexibility of the business model is truly a game changer. Whether you're transitioning out of service, managing the unpredictable schedule that comes with active duty, or supporting a spouse who moves every few years, Dream Vacations lets you run your business from literally anywhere. I've been on cruise ships, I've been other places around the world, and been able to run my business from anywhere. And that level of mobility is rare in a business. It means that military families can truly build something of their own, no matter where orders take them or where you end up. But maybe most important is the sense of mission and community. At Dream Vacations, you're not just selling trips, you're helping people create memories,
Right,
celebrate milestones, connect with
right.
the world, right? That purpose-driven approach resonates with many in the military community who want to keep making an impact even after hanging up the uniform.
Right. And I know you even mentioned that you had traveled, when you were in the military, and you can kind of reference that as well. So I think that's a great, something that you can really share with your potential clients. Why is this a great business model for veterans looking to become entrepreneurs? What kind of specific advantages do they bring to the table?
Well, the reason I feel it's such a great fit for veterans as a veteran is it leverages exactly what we do best, right? Which is planning, problem solving, adapting to new situations. The franchise model provides the structure and support veterans are used to while still allowing for independence and creativity. Veterans are natural leaders. We're disciplined. We know how to handle challenges under pressure, and that translates perfectly into entrepreneurship. Plus, Dream Vacations training and resources make it easier for veterans to hit the ground running, even if it's their first business. So, I mean, the bottom line here is veterans bring mission focus, teamwork, and resilience, all key to building a thriving travel business. And with Dream Vacations, we can put those strengths to work and help others experience the world.
Besides their experience, I think this is such a great idea for them to try out also because of the flexibility and the mobility that the company can offer. Many military families value that flexibility and mobility. How does owning a Dream Vacations franchise align with that kind of lifestyle?
Oh, I kind of touched on this a moment ago, but one of the biggest advantages of owning the franchise with Dream Vacations is you can run your business from just about anywhere, whether you're
Yeah,
stationed stateside, overseas, moving every few years, your business moves with you. And that
you can do it
flexibility
right
is
at home.
huge.
Yeah, you can
Right.
do it right at home.
Right at home, just like I am
Yeah,
today. I mean,
yeah.
there's no need to start over with each new assignment. You can keep building your client base and career, no matter your zip code or time zone. Plus, the technology support and community offered by Dream Vacations makes it easy to stay connected and successful wherever military life takes you. I personally know franchise owners who are active duty themselves or spouses of active duty members who easily continue their business as PCS orders come along.
Yeah, outstanding. How has the leadership skills you developed in the military helped you succeed as a franchise owner? Can you kind of explain that? Because I
Oh,
think it's great that our readers understand that the leadership skills that you bring in owning a franchise, there is a lot of synergy there.
absolutely. And I was enlisted in the Air Force, so yes, I made it into NCO and such, but the leadership skills I developed there, like building teams, mentoring others, inspiring people to work toward a shared goal, have directly fueled my success here as a franchise owner. What's made the difference at Dream Vacations for me, is their associate recruitment program. It's given me the structure and support to expand my business by bringing on a dozen independent contractors from all over the U.S., some of whom are veterans themselves, to sell travel
Mhm.
as part of my agency. The program made it easy for me to identify, recruit, and develop talent, just like, in the military where you're in a team and that team is growing and changing as people leave and join. And I've been able to create a strong supportive team where each person's strengths are valued, everyone can grow together. And
Yeah,
leading this group, coaching them through
right,
the industry, and helping them find their own success is one of the most rewarding parts, frankly, of this journey.
right.
For me, Dream Vacations has provided the perfect platform to use my leadership skills, not just to drive my business forward, but to open doors for others, especially those in the veteran community.
David, you serve on the Dream Vacations Advisory Committee. I know that's very important, and I want you to tell me and tell our readers how you were selected and who votes on the committee members in, and what this committee does to support the veterans within the company.
Absolutely. I am honored, and it's such a privilege to serve on the Dream Vacation Advisory Council, which is a group made up of just 9 franchise owners that are elected by our peers, the other franchise owners throughout the franchise network. The selection process is both competitive and collaborative, and
Mhm.
franchisees nominate and vote for candidates they believe will best represent their interests and help shape the direction of the company, of Dream Vacations. We act as a bridge between franchise owners and company leadership, right? We work to make sure the voices of all owners, including active duty military veterans, military spouses, are heard when it comes to shaping policies, programs, new initiatives as they come up. Supporting veterans is especially a priority for our committee, and for me personally, being on the committee. We advocate for enhanced training, support resources, initiatives that make it easier for veterans to succeed as franchise owners, whether it's championing special programs, providing mentorship, or ensuring veteran voices are represented in key decisions. Our focus is on building a community where veterans feel valued and empowered to thrive.
Excellent, which is something that all veterans want. What initiatives or programs has the committee worked on that you especially are proud of?
Well, I was elected to the advisory council just this past fall, so my 3-year term began at the start of this calendar year.
Mhm.
As council members, we serve on a range of headquarter or Dream Vacations committees, including information technologies, sales and marketing, training and events. So the number of projects we help shape is truly extensive. One initiative I'm especially proud of is our work advising on the launch of a new consumer-facing web pages. We took the site from what it was to now have a new modern look, improved navigation, better overall experience for both clients and franchise owners. It's incredibly customizable by franchise or even by advisor. And we also provided a host of feedback on those upgrades to several of the day-to-day tools that help us run our businesses more efficiently and effectively. It's important to clarify that, as an advisory council member, our role is to represent the feedback and needs of the franchise network to Dream Vacations and headquarters. We advise, we recommend, we advocate, but it's the corporate team at Dream Vacations that invests in and implements these tools, systems, and training programs. I mean, it's a true partnership, and it's quite an investment that they put into making sure that our network's voice is heard and the tools are, the best possible for us to truly succeed as franchise owners.
So, wow, it sounds like an amazing program. How
Mhm.
does Dream Vacations as a whole support the veteran and military community through outreach, onboarding, and ongoing resources?
Well, I mean, Dream Vacations goes above and beyond to support the veteran and military community, in my opinion, not just during onboarding, but throughout every stage of franchise ownership. The commitment is visible in our outreach efforts, the resources available, and the strong network of fellow veterans within the brand. I mean, some of the key ways that they support is they have a veteran incentive program that offers substantial discounts and incentives on franchise fees for veterans, active duty service members, and military spouses, making business ownership far more accessible. They have specialized training and onboarding that provides comprehensive, tailored onboarding programs that address the unique needs and strengths of veterans and military families, ensuring a smooth and confident transition to business ownership. We have dedicated support across and access to a robust support team that understands military culture. Plus, you know what? We are a network. We are a family of fellow veteran franchisees, and we really don't compete with each other. We mentor each other. We share advice, which is it's that community you're looking for.
Oh,
The
I
ongoing
think that's
professional, yeah, the ongoing professional development is great. And then, outreach and community involvement. There are a lot of veteran focused events that Dream Vacations participates in, partnerships with military organization, and recognition through national awards like being named a top veteran friendly employer.
excellent. It's obvious you're doing something right. And I think when veterans understand that there's other veterans there to help them, to guide them, to support them, and learn from, I think that just makes you even a bigger success. What kind of training and mentorship and resources can new franchisees expect, particularly those from the military who might not have that whole business background?
Well, one of the best things about joining Dream Vacations is the sheer amount of support and training available. In fact, that's one of the things that really took me to Dream Vacations was, when I was doing my due diligence, I spoke with a number of franchise owners, and, they said that even those that had no prior business experience, the initial training program was comprehensive and accessible. New franchisees get a guiding hand through everything from travel industry basics and booking systems to marketing and customer service. And it doesn't stop after you open your doors as a new business owner, a new franchisee. Dream Vacations offers a wealth of ongoing educational opportunities, including regional, virtual, national conferences throughout the year. And these events help keep franchises up to date on industry trends, new technology, and best practices. But frankly, the best part is the collaboration with others in the business.
Yeah.
Besides just all your fellow franchises, you're collaborating with all the suppliers that are out there. You get to know people from all the major cruise lines and tour operators firsthand. You build those relationships. It really helps you build a better business so you can better service your customers. And whenever you need help, there's a dedicated support team just a call or an email away. And all these resources combine to ensure that even if you're brand new to business ownership, you're never alone and always have you what you need to succeed. One of the things I heard that really resonated with me is, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself at Dream
Yeah, I think
Vacations.
that's great. I think that sounds like a program that veterans can easily jump on. What advice would you give a veteran transitioning service member or military spouse who's interested in this opportunity but is unsure if they can succeed? What advice can you give them?
Having been in the military myself, my advice is believe in the strengths your military journey has already given you. It may seem like it's day to day to you now in the military or having been in the military, but the courage, determination, and adaptability you've built, often under the toughest conditions, are exactly what set you apart as a business owner. You don't have to be an expert on day one. Nobody is. And you don't have to do it alone, right? Dream Vacations gives you the tools, training, and an incredible community that's always in your corner. Every successful franchise owner here started where you are now, wondering if they could do it, right? And discovering just how much is possible when they take that or took that leap, just like I did, right? If you're willing to learn, work hard, bring your unique experience to the table, you can absolutely succeed. Your next mission is waiting, not to be corny in the military sense, but really your next mission is waiting. And this time it's when you get to design for yourself.
Not to sound cliche or corny, it sounds like a dream. And I just think that this is such an opportunity for veterans. Just alone, Dream Vacations has an outstanding name, a program, somebody like you, David, behind the program that is a veteran, that understands what they've been through, where they've come, and where the support is needed. I think that any veteran can be a success by joining this. And I have no I know exactly why you guys were selected as a top veteran-friendly company. It's because of these programs that are from veterans for veterans. So I wish you the greatest success. And if I didn't have a job, I would even apply to this because I love traveling. But just wanted to thank you for your time and your wisdom, your advice. Thank you for your service and for providing this to our veterans and their spouses and their families. So thank you, and I wish you the absolute best.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.